Gaint.
I think one thing that I know about Karim Zito is usually when he gets closer to a title, if he's not closer, he isn't. But when he gets closer to a title, he knows how to surprise everybody. And I think he has outdone it, whether they win or not. But I think he has really gone past their
beat Stade Malien 3-2 aggregate to qualify for the semi-finals. Now, Delali, amazing achievement for a very young club, Dreams FC. Like I said, I'm sure you didn't see them coming this far when you were part of the team that qualified for the African campaign.
Obviously, I think the team they've outdone themselves, and I think Aminu has said this on countless times, and I'm going to tell a lot of people, even after Dreams FC, before Dreams FC will play the last MTN FA Cup game against King Faisal, the club wasn't certain on whether they was going to play even the African Cup of Nations, the CAF Confederations Cup, because if you look at the resources involved and the current state of the club at that time, and the chances of the team even getting into the money zone, and looking at the fact that Ghanaian clubs have struggled to be excellent in these CAF games, it was obviously not a better decision for the club to do. So it was a split decision in board meetings whether the club should go or not. And even the decision to compete in the CAF Confederations Cup is a decision that was taken at last minute, because a lot of factors were not pointing in a direction that the club should even go and take it upon themselves. But the team took a decision to compete, and for me, from the first day, the team took a decision to compete. I had it within me that they would do well. But not in my wildest dream did I see the club going all the way to the semi-finals of this game. It's something that the last time a Ghanaian club got there was basically 20 years ago. Hugely surprising for it to even come from a club that is doing it for the first time. And for me, one thing that they had is the character that the club has. The fact that it's a club that the individuals and the people in the club, when they put their mind to something, they go for it. One thing they have is with Fred Dortmund and Karim Zito. The experience that those managers have. They are well-established former footballers who have seen it all when it comes to playing in the African continent and playing and competing at the highest level. Those are the characters they've put in the club. They've made some few additions in the club, brought in John Entry, who knows the club very well. And I think his addition has really helped because
the experience is brought into the team.
Because John to Dreams FC is not just a signing. He is a player that everybody at Dreams FC, including the players, looks up to. To have him in the dressing room is as huge as having Cristiano Ronaldo in any dressing room of a U20 team. The players, everybody in the team looks up to him. He walks into the pitch, gives everything, and is able to charge the guys to go ahead with him. His decision, I think one thing that has worked for them is his inclusion into the squad. And for me, however you look at it, it's a very huge decision, and I think the club is really doing well. I'm proud of everybody at the club for what they've been able to achieve. An individual of young players who, not on any day, no club in Africa will give such players the chance to play in the African continent. The Abdulaziz Issa, who happens to be the top scorer of this competition, it will surprise you to know that before the game started, the competition started, he had no passports. That's like no traveling experience. So if you look at, a lot of people should go back and go and check Dreams FC first games in the Confederations Cup, he didn't feature in the away matches. Because at that point,
he didn't travel with the team.
He couldn't travel.
He had no passport.
He had no passport. It tells you the kind of players that the club has. Young players. Some of them are even traveling outside Ghana for the first time with this team, thanks to this Confederations Cup. And for what they've been able to do, for what the team have been able to get them to do, it's exceptional.
Exceptional stuff. They're from Delali Franca, we're speaking about Dreams FC and their run. Now, in front of them, though, is Zamalek. Can they get to the finals for Ghana football? I've been going past a team as huge, a giant.
I think one thing that I know about Karim Zito is usually when he gets closer to a title, if he's not closer, he isn't. But when he gets closer to a title, he knows how to surprise everybody. And I think he has outdone it, whether they win or not. But I think he has really gone past the expectations. But for me, whether they can be able to beat Zamalek, I think they will be able to do it. And it's not because I have a soft spot for them. It's because I have strong belief in the team and the kind of football they've played. Zito has an experience on the African continent. He's a U20 winner, has played around the African continent, even as a player has played around the African continent. He has everything now. He has the support of the country. At this point, it's more of having fun than playing competitive games. And when the teams get into that motion, it's easier for them to get to results.
Thank you very much, Delali Frank. Amazing stuff on Dreams FC and your charge in African football. Let's do a quick turnaround.
We're also going to talk about some few things. The FA has, in the local league, the Ghana Football Association has announced the NASCO player of the month for March and February, and then NASCO player and NASCO coach of the month. The NASCO coach goes to Kasim Mingo, who is leading a newly promoted side. They are currently second place on the league table. Incredible feat from the coach. They played 6 matches between that month, and they won 4 out of that, drew 1 and lost only 1. Scored a total of 7 goals, which is excellent. Results in the Ghana Premier League. Let's start with Dreams FC managed to beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko by 2-0. Kotoko's troubles continues. So far they've gone with I think 6 matches without a victory, which is not the best. Their fans are not happy with the club, and this is I think Dreams FC's first win at Dewu so far. At Dewu in the last few years when it comes to playing against Kumasi Asante. Kotoko has always been beating Dreams FC, especially at Dewu. Mediama also beat Legon Cities by 1-0. Bechem United beat Royal United by 3-2. Instrataman and Great Olympics ended 1-1. Nations FC at home drew 2-2 with Bofa Kwatano. Ebiana Stars beat Heart of Lions by 1-0. And then FC Samatek beats Brekum Chelsea by 3-2. Samatex are on some red hot form. They are really fighting for the league title. At this point, I think the league title is between Dreams FC, between Nations FC and the Samatex. Has for Kotoko 10th and 11th, nowhere close winning the league. That's the Ghana Premier League for you, and the interesting pattern what is happening now. So, guys, that's all for today's edition. We talked about Ghanaian players and their performance. I talked about the Ghana Football Association establishing new clubs. I gave you updates as far as the Ghana Premier League is also concerned. As usual, my name is Delali Frank. Until we meet again. Bye-bye for now.